Hey, what's up, XP Nation? It's Merrill. Today we're going to do some testing on the WS6. I say testing lightly, we already know the answer to this. But we're going to test it in the water and with the antenna. So let's go.
And we're going to do more than that. We're actually going to obliterate any perceptions that the WS6 Master version of the DEUS II is any less than the remote version. I'm going to share with you the beach program that I use, and we're going to make some craters. We read your comments, and in this case, we are responding to them. Do you still need the white wire from coil to WS6 when coil is underwater? Thanks.
The white wire is now the black wire.
And we call it the antenna because any wire is a temporary thing on the DEUS.
How do you get detectors to be so light? In this case, less than 2 pounds? You take all of the wires off of them.
The various parts of the DEUS II talk to each other by very fast radio signals. But radio signals are tricky underwater, and the simplest solution is to run a wire.
A temporary wire that could be put on or taken off and is only used in water settings. For the DEUS II remote, the solution has been to run a wire from the remote all the way down to the coil. This clips on.
And then make craters on the beach or dive down 30 feet and find treasure there. But the question was about the WS6, and we're going to show you the solution for that now.
So I took the WS6 off for a moment, and as you can see, right here, I ran the wire from down here all the way up here, and I actually have the adapter here. I would say the ideal way is to run the WS2 headphones, but you could definitely work with it like this. All you have to do is pop it in, and that will work. If you leave it this far away, you'll be able to get a signal. You'll be able to submerge the coil.
And I tell you what, I'm going to spare you the suspense. Yes, they work. Let's give it a quick look.
Let me take off my headphones so you could hear.
Now let's go to the beach and talk beach programs. And what inspired this was one of the questions. Hi from Germany. What's your go-to program setting at the beach?
Yeah, so remember on this hunt that we're not talking about Roman here. We're in New York. The Romans have not been here. So, facts. New York does not have anything Roman, but we sure do have a lot of people swimming in the ocean. And I love beach metal detecting.
So please permit me a moment to geek out a little bit. I'm just realizing that I'm giving my first program, and after watching Gary for all of these years, I'm incredibly humbled and thankful. And yeah, wow, this is a great moment for Junior here. And the program that I am going to be teaching you is called the Crater Maker program, because I've dug some craters with it.
So I'm going to explain everything here in this video, but I also made a guide that you could download that goes into the settings. You start at the beach sensitive program. These are the defaults, and you'll see slight deviations from it in the Crater Maker program. And down here is the rationale. I wrote why I made these choices.
You could download this guide from the XP website. All you have to do is hit the link in the video description or the pinned comment below. So once again, these are the generic settings for the beach sensitive program. A fantastic, fantastic program. This is Crater Maker over here. You're not going to see too many differences. What are the major differences? Audio response is higher. Is audio response not the magic setting of the DEUS II? What happens when you move the audio response up? It makes deeper targets sound more similar to surface targets. But even with that maxed out at 7, you can still hear the difference of something that is deep. You are listening for that.
Let's actually prove that you can hear a difference with audio response up all the way. Let me turn down the sensitivity a little bit. That seems stable enough. Now let's go audio response. Here we go at 7. Now let's first do a test with it close. Now I'm going to start moving it away. Hear the difference?
So audio response of 7, that's one of the differences. Audio type, I prefer square tones. There are people that I believe can hear the grass grow. Me, you have to spell it out. Square tones does that flawlessly. If you swing over something that is a little bit bigger, you can hear that it's a little bit bigger. For me, it gives that extra clue. It's really what resonates with you. Square tones resonates with me.
Now let's repeat that same test, but with square tones. It spells it out for you.
What else is different? Sensitivity and salt sensitivity. You want to go as high as you can on both. That might be controversial. Controversial because you're going to be running the machine very hot and with a high audio response. And being that you are in beach sensitive, you're also running with a higher max frequency than beach. And this is where you really have to be on your game with tuning. Now we'll get to the tuning in this video, but just for the sake of the flow of this video, let's go hunting.
We're gonna find some deep stuff to show you the depth. I could never promise you, you know, rings or jewelry or anything like that. That's impossible to predict. But if there's stuff that's deep, we're gonna find it.
We got one ring and it was an absolute piece of junk, but that's not what this video is about. The ring was roaming though. It was roaming the ocean for a long time and we found it. In fact, let's get all of the finds out of the way because that's not the point of this video.
American penny. It's the same signal. It's probably going to be another penny. Sure is. What we got was a nail or screw. Another American penny. Another American penny. If it's there, I'm going to dig it. It's a nickel. Dime close to the surface. Another gorgeous American zinc penny. Oh, we got a greenie.
It's important that you know that this is the sand season in New York. What is the utility in a program like this? It blasts through layers of sand. There are some seasons that the beach is sandier. March, April, May in New York City, it's really sandy. But if you could find a low spot, chances are there's going to be sand over that low spot. But if you're getting heavy objects, that's where you want to keep digging. That's where you're going to wish that you had a few extra inches to be able to detect. This program will get you that.
Okay, here is our deep target.
This one is just a warm-up.
Let me get my scoop out of the way because this is sensitive to the universe. I could hear it. Let me take off my headphones so you could hear it too. I'm gonna put it right, my headphones right by the speakers here. That's that faint sound that you hear when you get a deep target. And I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be more than 12 inches down. I've seriously pulled at easily 20 inches, something that's dime sized. So let's actually do this all in one shot. Good sign, it's still there. And we got it. Now let's take a look with the pinpointer. It's in the scoop right now. Now, it could have been that was like midway in here, but I'm gonna say that that was 9 to 15 inches. It's kind of tough to see on the camera, you know, moving this around, but I'm telling you, this is an exceptional machine. Let's recover it. I can't say that it's going to be treasure. It's here, and I just saw it. Here it is. Yeah, this was a American quarter. I would say 9 to 15 inches. We could go deeper than that. Deep, of course, is not everything. You have mitigation of various types of iron that you have to worry about too. Now, looking down the beach, I'm not really seeing too much black sand. This is the sandy season. It's March right now, early March, and you tend to see that in the wind season from September to about January here. So we're starting to get really sandy beaches, but that's going to be good for demonstrating deep targets. This thing is the crater maker, and I'm going to show you that. All right, let's blast the sensitivity. We're not getting any EMI, so that shouldn't be an issue. Right now, I have it at 95. Let's go 97. Yeah, let's try 97 for now. That is a coin that has been exposed to the elements. So most of this is a high beach, you know, with a lot of sand. We're getting to a place that might have some lower stuff, if you see that. So let's go. Yeah, it's a older American penny. Still got the green on it. 1960s.
It's game time.
All right, this is it. It's in isolation. Let's let you listen. Right there, hold on. '70s to '80s right here. Let's try to do this in one shot. Hopefully my battery does not run out. All right, centered right here. Still hear it. Go away. Still hear it. This is official crater right now. Yep, still down there. We've reached the water level. Okay, this, I think we got it. We got it. Now, look at this. Whole purpose of today. Watch this. Boom. That is a crater that only the DEUS II can make. You gotta understand that. Look at this. Doesn't matter if it is the WS6 or the remote. You know, coil size helps. 13-inch coil, it definitely helps. But we're talking about two pinpointers here. So there's one pinpointer and there's another. So that's probably about 18 inches down. I've actually gone a little bit deeper with it. But for a season like we are in right now, where everybody else is kind of like out of the game, that's where depth comes in at the beach. And when it's low, You want to punch a little bit deeper than everybody else? DEUS II, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, let's see what it is. I don't think it's going to be much, and the whole point of this video is not about the treasure. It's in here.
There we have it. It's a little Roman coin, look.
Of course it is. It's one of the junk zinc pennies that was 18 inches down. Yeah, man. Let's give you another look. Depth is not everything, but it is a tool. And if you could out deep everybody, that's an advantage.
Okay, now let's go over the tuning of this program, because at different points, you're going to need to tune it. In the manual that I made, you have what I recommend is the protocol for tuning it. Now, you don't have to do the entire list. You tune it until it stabilizes, okay? So, first, attempt a frequency shift. 2, make sure that you are rejecting black magnetic sand, magnetic reject. 3, lower your sensitivity to 95. 4, lower your salt sensitivity to 8. 5, lower your salt sensitivity to 7. 6, lower your sensitivity to 90. And 7, if all else fails, lower your max frequency to 24. Now again, you stop going down this list as soon as the detector stabilizes. You might not need this. Like, I rocked with this program this entire video. But yeah, there are some days, whether it's EMI, whether it's like all sorts of can slaw and small objects in the sand, that I just need to ease up a little bit. Now, last but not least, do you know what the differences are between the beach program and the beach sensitive program? It is just 2 things, and this is page 46 of the DEUS II manual. We have beach in this column, we have beach sensitive here. Now the differences are, you have a lower salt sensitivity in beach sensitive, and you have a higher frequency max. The higher max frequency allows you to get those smaller objects. But I've been on beaches where you have can slaw that's like all eroded and small, and it's really annoying to work with those higher frequencies. And I planned for that. Here is an alternative Crater Maker program. We will call it Crater Maker Lite. You might prefer this if you're finding Crater Maker too hot. So the settings for Crater Maker Lite, this is born of the beach program, they are right here. Every detectorist, even amateur detectorists, turn up sensitivity. That's easy to push the plus button. What really makes a difference in this program, as far as I understand, is the increased audio response. In this video, we tested it and we proved it, that even if you max out at audio response, if you max out at 7, you still can hear the difference between a signal that's further away compared to a signal that is close to the coil. What we also demonstrated is square tones. To my ears, and I know everybody is a little bit different, I could hear size, I could hear the magnitude, the amplitude of a sound a lot better with square tones, whether it's close to the coil, whether it's further away, whether it's a big object or a small object. Square tones just spells it out for you. Well, that's all, folks. I thank you for watching, and you could download the guide. You just go to the pinned comment below this video or the video description, and you'll see the link in order to do that. It's completely free. I'll ask you one more thing. Like and subscribe. Goal is 1,000 likes. Thank you, everybody.